วัสดีค่ะ Welcome to Be My Guest and you're with me สดชื่นลิมเกรียงไกร In today's episode we will be looking at a form of startup business that is considered successful and profitable. What will that business be? Well, let's find out with our guest today. In today's episode, we are joined by คุณทิติพงศ์พิสิทธิ์วุฒินันท์ co-founder of SkillLane. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So first of all, let me ask you to explain to us what is SkillLane.
Sure. So SkillLane is an online courses platform. We teach practical skills for young professionals, including investment, soft skills, language, marketing, business.and software.
I see. So it's a wide range of skills that you offer.
Totally.
I see. So how does it work? Like, do you have to, become a member, or anyone can, just go to attend these classes?
So anyone can visit our website and they can choose the course they want to enroll in. And then after that, they can easily register for that course.
I see. So how did this idea first came up to you?
Okay, so we want to solve problems for Thai young professionals, right? Most of them want to learn a new skill.
Okay.
Actually, I have an exact percentage. So 94% of Thai young professionals want to learn a new skill.
And this is like you did a research on this.
Research.
Okay.
So like someone wants to learn Microsoft Excel, someone wants to be better at presentation, right? Some people might want to learn more about language. Some people might want to start creating stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Everyone has, almost everyone has at least one skill they want to learn. Right?
Okay.
That's not surprising. People want to improve themselves. But the interesting fact is that 97% of them haven't obtained the skills they want. They haven't even started.
Okay.
And the reason is because they don't have time. Right? Some people might want to learn about stock trading or graphic design. But they don't have time to go to offline institutions.
Yes.
And on the weekends, they want to spend time with families and they want to spend time at their home. So they cannot take the whole day off to attend seminars or go to offline institutions. So they want to learn new skills, but they don't have time to do so. And that's why we built SkillLane to solve this problem, because it allows users to learn anywhere, anytime they like. If they have only like 15 minutes before they go to bed, they can learn a new chapter. And if they're too busy,
it's convenient.
Right.
Yeah.
If they're too busy, they can skip a day and then come back whenever they want.
Yeah, because it's always there, anytime. You just open up your computer. I see. So what inspired you for this concept? Where did you get this overall idea?
Well, it was during the time that my co-founder and I studied MBA in the United States.
Okay.
And there was an institution called Training District. They teach a special class at our universities, and everyone said you have to go to that class. It's so good, you cannot miss it, right? And I intended to go, but then I was too busy to go to the classes, and I was so disappointed that I could not go. But then I later found out that they have the same class online.
Oh, okay.
And it teach exactly the same thing. So, and that's the point I realized that, even though I don't have time, even though I cannot go to offline classes, I can learn online.
Yeah.
And after that, whatever I want to learn, I found online.
Yeah.
And it was so impactful to me that I learned so much from online classes that I wanted to happen in Thailand.
Like you didn't expect that.
Right, we didn't expect that. We didn't thought about that.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very new idea actually in Thailand, especially.
Right. Yeah.
So it's actually very interesting to that, something like this is established in the country right now. And how long has it been established?
We started SkillLane 2.5 years ago.
So it's very new and young.
It's still young.
Yeah. And how many members do you have at the moment?
Right now we have over 120,000 users that have already studied in one of our courses.
I see. And how long does one of your courses run for? Like, is it like a 1 hour video clip or how
Well,
does it
there
work?
are varieties, right? Some is only 1 hour, some are like 10 hours, but on average, most of the course are around 5 hours.
I see. So when you first started, of course you have to, contact people for their, their stuff to be in your website.
Right.
So how did it started? Who did you first approach?
Okay, the very first course on SkillLane was taught by us.
Oh, okay.
So we created one courses by ourselves.
Oh, what did you teach?
We taught Microsoft Excel.
Okay.
Use Excel like a pro.
Like basic.
Like basic.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then we put it on SkillLane, and it was so popular.
Was it?
It was.
How many people
right now we
watched
have
it?
many
Like in the
tens
beginning?
of thousands of people have studied it already. In the beginning, we got over 1,000 students in the first month.
Oh wow, that's quite a lot.
Yeah, it was a successful launch. So after that, we then started to cold call instructors and ask them to invite to join SkillLane.
And were they interested? What was their feedback in the beginning? Like, of course they would be like, what is that? Like, why would I have to teach online or something like that? Something new.
Most of them were interested.
Okay.
Right? They thought it was a good concept. They wanted to join. But the problem was, they said they want to join, but they said they don't have time for it yet. And then they said they would think about it. And then after a month or two, they disappeared. And then we thought, what went wrong? And
well, that's very normal though.
right, but we later found out the root cause of that, right? We found out that the reason that they disappeared because they did not know how to start. They want to teach, but they don't know which camera to use. How should they structure the courses?
I see.
They don't know how to start, and they were too busy to think about it. So that's why they disappeared.
Too complicated.
Right, too complicated. I'll do that later. Something. Right. But then we solved the problem by setting up our own studios.
Oh,
and that solved the problem.
I see.
And we were able to get a lot of courses more quickly because like when I asked you and you were interested and you said, well, come join our studios, we take care of everything for you. And that makes it a lot easier for them.
Of course, like they just come over, start teaching and they don't have to prepare anything.
After we have the studios, we acquire a lot of courses more quickly.
I see. So do you approach like university lecturers or who do you approach?
Okay, so SkillLane teach practical skills. So most of the courses are not academic. So most of our lecturers are practitioners, are people who are in the field.
Okay.
They are Facebook marketers who are doing Facebook marketing right now.
I see.
They are stock traders who are trading stock right now.
I see.
Yeah.
So basically they're sharing their experience.
Experience and knowledge.
I see. And so how long did, it had to be up and running until that it was considered a very successful startup business?
I think it depends. That question is very subjective.
Yeah.
Right? Or SkillLane, I think we are successful to a certain extent, right?
Yeah.
But it's still a long way from where we want to go.
So what is your expectation at the moment with SkillLane? Where do you plan to bring it?
Okay, so we are quite happy with where we are right now, right? Because we get a lot of good feedback from our users. They thank us for creating SkillLane because there are a lot of courses that they want to learn before this, but they could not learn because they did not have time.
Yeah.
Now they can learn from SkillLane.
Yeah.
But it's still far from where we want to go, right?
I see.
Our visions, we want to be the first destination for on-demand skill.
Okay.
By saying the first destination, it means like when you want to search for information, the first destination might be Google.
Yeah, of
right?
course.
If you want to look for somewhere to have dinner, you might visit Wong Nai for the first destination. SkillLane, we want to be the first destination for on-demand skills. If you work in marketing field and you get rotated to sales functions, you want to learn what are the sales fundamental.
Yeah.
What are the sales skills you need to learn? That sometimes you don't want to wait for companies to train you.
Yeah, of course.
You want these skills immediately.
Yeah.
You can learn it from SkillLane. If you are going to study abroad in the next 3 months, you're still not confident in your English accent. You want to improve your English accents. We want you to think of SkillLane as the first destination.
I see.
Or if you have your friends that start trading stocks and they become successful at doing that, you want to do the same as your friends, but you need to start somewhere. You need to have some knowledge.
Yeah, some basic
You
knowledge.
can start from SkillLane
I
as your
see.
first destination.
I see. Well, now we take a short break, and when we come back, we'll talk more about
Sure.
it. Welcome back to the program. So now we're already in our second break. Let me ask you about, more about the SkillLane, the
Sure.
functions of it. Can you explain to us a little bit more about that?
So it's very simple. You visit SkillLane.
Yeah.
There are categories you can choose from. You can learn investment or entrepreneurship or soft skills. You choose the categories,
Yeah.
and then there are many subjects you can choose from.
Okay.
You can choose the subject you want to learn, enroll into that subject,
Okay.
and then you'll see a lot of videos in that courses. Right? So we
Okay.
actually split the courses into small videos.
Okay. How long? When you say small, how long is the duration
Each video
of the
is around 7 to 15
Okay,
minutes.
so not long at
Not
all.
long.
Yeah.
right? So a lot of people tend to learn one chapter per day. So they go back home, they have dinner, take showers, and then before they go to bed, they learn one chapter.
I see.
That's how we designed it to be.
I see. So when you say chapters, right, is it taught by one lecturer, or is it,
So
a
usually
combination?
one course is taught by one lecturer.
Okay.
Or some courses are taught by multiple lecturers, but most of them are taught by one lecturer.
I see.
And each course is around 5 to 10 hours long. But those long hours are separated into short videos.
So it makes it more convenient,
Right,
actually.
right.
Yeah.
Because like people nowadays don't have long,
They get bored,
interesting.
to be honest,
Yeah.
if
they
it's
have
so long.
long span, right?
Yeah. And they're
Long
like
attention span. That was the vocab that I was looking for.
Exactly. It was like, it's too long, maybe
Right.
later,
But then if it's only 7 minutes,
Yeah.
it becomes easier to learn and
Yeah,
digest.
motivate yourself. It's
Right.
like only 7 minutes. Let's
I'll
just
learn
do
one
it.
chapter today.
Yeah, yeah. It's actually very helpful in that way.
Right.
Helping people to motivate themselves. So when people okay, say they enroll in one course,
Yep.
they have to pay for that course, or
So we have free courses and we
Okay.
have paid courses.
Okay.
You can choose.
So what are the free courses that you offer? Maybe people are interested and they
Right.
don't want to commit yet to pay or a fee.
Right.
They would want to know what kind of free courses you
We have
offer.
many free courses. We have Microsoft Excel's free courses, Chinese language free courses,
Okay.
stock investments, marketing free courses.
I see. So normally, do people start off with free courses first, or they just decide to enroll?
It depends. It depends. We have both groups of users.
I see.
Actually, there's one sections for free courses. You can
Okay.
start there. You
Yeah,
can
like
go look-
easy, go
Right.
through.
You can go to free courses and see the courses that you are interested in.
I see. So is it only taught in Thai, or?
It's only taught in Thai as of now.
Okay. So there is no English courses or any.
There are
offered yet?
English language courses, but they are taught in Thai language.
I see. Are you planning to extend into English language courses?
So as of now,
Yeah.
our main user is Thai people. So we made it easy for them, made it convenient for them to
Yeah.
learn. That's why our courses are taught in Thai, and we are tailor-made the content for Thai people.
I see. So let's talk about a little bit more about this exhibition that
Sure.
you're attending. You told me earlier when we talked that you also attended last year
Yeah.
as well. So can you tell us a little bit about the feedback of last year? What did you receive from this exhibition?
The feedback was great. A lot more people now know about SkillLane.
Yeah.
And we also got a lot of new partners and also potential investors from this.
I see.
event.
I see. And now you're back for the
Now
second
we're back
year.
for this
So what
year.
are you expecting this year?
So we expect to meet new users, potential partners, and learn more ideas. Like I also spend time walking around, visiting other booths, and also listening to speech and talks from other people, and learn more about new ideas and about new knowledge.
And so far, how do you think the exhibition is going?
It has been great. I've met a lot of new people and learned a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And SkillLane, we also get to talk in many sessions.
Yeah, that's good actually.
Yeah. So yeah, we like sharing our knowledge to other people also.
So it's a very unique idea, especially in Thailand at the moment. You don't hear about it very often, learning for free or learning online, something like that. It's very new.
It's still new.
Yeah. So now that SkillLane is quite successful, as you mentioned earlier, what do you think is the key that makes this business, a startup business, a successful one?
Well, I think there are two key things that we achieve, right?
Yeah.
Well, first we solve real problems. People have a pain of wanting to learn new skills, but they don't have time to go to offline institutions. And we answer that for them. We have a solution for them. They can now learn online whenever they want, wherever they want.
Yeah.
And the second is, I think we execute well. We put effort into little details. We take care of our instructors. We want them to be happy working with us.
Can you elaborate on that? What do you do?
For sure. Well, they ask us for instance, they ask us for advice. Right?
Yeah.
They want us to help them structure courses. They have knowledge, they have content, but they don't know how long their courses should be, what subjects they should focus on.
I see.
And we can give them advice on that.
Because they're not professional lecturers at the end of the day, right? They're actually like expert in that field.
Right.
They're not actually
Even
teachers.
though they are lecturers, online courses is still new, right?
Yeah.
It's not the same teaching in front of classroom as teaching in front of in the online format. We help them on that. We also help them with recording videos, editing videos. They sometimes have comments. They also ask us for favor to help them edit videos in a certain ways. We also help them do that.
So you do a full service. You also edit their video as well?
We do.
Oh, okay. So other than, recording, you also edit their video?
We edit their videos. We can help them with infographics and make the videos more interesting.
So basically they have to talk to you first, basically, of how they want their course to be.
Right. Usually we would sit down and talk with them.
How long do you have to plan one course?
A week or two.
Okay, it's not that long.
It's not that long.
It's still, quite some time. But you also have to put infographics and stuff. Do you think 1 or 2 weeks is enough?
Well, 1 to 2 weeks for planning. Yeah.
And then you have to
record the videos and
okay, so let's say a month?
A month or maybe less.
I see. So about, the content of the stuff in SkillLane, do you update your content often, or whatever is on there is, that's it?
So we do update our courses.
In every field as well, with different lecturers, or the same lecturer come back with?
We have new courses every week.
Oh, okay. So that's quite, a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. If you visit SkillLane next week, there will be new courses for you.
I see. Okay. So now we take a short break, and when we come back, we'll talk more. Welcome back to the program. So now we're in our last break. Let me ask you about, your company.
Yep.
How do you divide the work inside your company?
So we divided our team into 3 main teams.
Okay.
The first team is content team. They are responsible for reaching out to new instructors, helping them develop courses, and then putting them online. The second team is marketing team. This team introduce SkillLane to users. We want people to know about SkillLane. We want people to know who we are. We want users to try our products and then stay with us. And the third team is tech team. They are responsible for developing new features and making the websites more user experience and more convenient for our users.
I see. So when you say there is 3 teams, it has to be a sizable company. So how many employees do you have at
We
the
have
company?
around 20 people.
Okay.
So not that big.
Yeah, but it's okay,
Right,
you know, for
right.
a new company, a
Yep.
new startup company. So how do you recruit your people?
So we look for people who like new challenges, right? People who are willing to learn new things.
Yeah.
People who are comfortable with doing things that no one has done before. Right?
Yeah.
There are certain type of people that I'm not saying which one is right or wrong,
Yeah.
but there are certain type of people who want to be told what to do.
Yeah.
What are the steps that they need to do?
A follower. Someone who likes to, you know, follow rules and steps
Right.
and instructions.
Well, not necessary, but
Yeah.
people who like concrete way of
Yeah.
doing things, right?
Yeah.
Well, these people, I'm not saying these people is right or wrong, good or bad, but these people are not the one who fit with our culture.
Okay.
We want someone who are eager to come in
Yeah.
and ready to tackle new challenges, do something that no one in the company has done before.
So you're open up to new ideas all the time, basically.
All the time. So we encourage everyone in our team to come
Yeah.
up with new ideas, propose the ideas, and then we would debate about it. And if it's a good idea, we do it.
It's a very,
Put it
you know,
best.
foreign style of
Right.
working. Yeah.
We don't spend a time
Yeah.
doing documents and
Yeah.
going through approval process.
Yeah. Everyone can share and then you know,
Right,
talk
right.
about it and go through the process together, basically.
Right.
Well, it sounds like,
And
you
the
know.
founder are not the one with the biggest voice.
I
They're not the
see.
one who say what to do, right? Well, we encourage everyone to challenge us and to come up with new ideas.
I see. That's great, actually. And
Right.
that way, I think it encourages the people to, you know, come up with new ideas all the time, like
Right.
motivate and inspire them at the same
Totally,
time. That's a very great way of working, actually. And it should be implemented more in, you know, other companies in Thailand as well
Right.
to make it more efficient.
Yep.
Yeah. So, as you know, as you've mentioned, and we talked about it earlier, that your company is considered successful, a successful startup
To one
in Thailand.
extent,
Yeah.
yeah.
And what is the advice you would give to other startups that
Okay.
you want to be successful as well, but they're not sure what they should do?
Okay.
Can you give some advice to them?
Well, there are actually 4 advices
Okay.
I would like to give.
Okay.
The first one is to dream big. Well, doing startup, you have to work with a lot of people. You
Yeah.
have to work with your partners.
Yeah.
You have to bring in co-founders,
Yeah.
your team,
Yeah.
and investors, right? You want your visions to be big enough to attract them. You want to solve their problems. You want to do meaningful stuff, right? And that vision would be impactful. That vision would be powerful. That vision will attract people to come to work with you.
Yeah.
However, the second advice is to start small, right? I think startups should not spend a lot of money and a lot of time doing things that you don't know if people would want it.
Yeah.
Because like if you do that, it might be a total waste of time and money. Because
Exactly.
you do something, people might not like the way you do products. They
Yeah.
might not want to buy your product at all, right? So my advice is to start really small and then push it out to the market, learn from the feedback, develop more, and go from there. Like
Yeah.
SkillLane when we started,
Yeah.
right now we are a platform with over 350 courses.
Yeah.
But when we start, we had only 1 courses.
Yeah.
Microsoft Excel.
Yeah.
We taught
Taught
the
by
course
yourself,
ourselves, right?
yeah.
Then we put it out to the market,
Yeah.
and then we learn from the market. Do they really learn online? What do they like? What are the things that they don't like?
Yeah.
Where do they click?
Yeah.
Where do they ignore? And then we take all those feedbacks, incorporate it into the new features, and then go one step at a time.
Okay.
And the third advice is to learn fast. You need to learn really fast because like startup go really fast, and at every step require different set of skills.
Okay.
For instance, fundraising.
Yeah.
Or in the first stage, you might ask money for your friends.
Yeah.
That requires assurance skills, right?
Yeah.
But when you ask money from angel investors,
Yeah.
you need some pitching skills
Yes.
to pitch
Of
them.
course.
And when you raise money from VCs, you need to be able to do due diligence and financial model.
Yeah.
So you might not know about financial model right from the beginning, but as your startup grow, you need to be able to acquire new knowledge and skills really quickly. And that's only one aspect. The other aspect is like working with other people. Like working with 3 people requires certain set of skills. Working with 10 people requires different set of skills.
Of course.
So you need to grow with your startup.
Yeah.
And the fourth one is to don't give up. Right?
Yeah, of course.
There will be a lot of obstacles and problems, and if you give up easily, you will not be successful for sure. Like
I see.
successful startups like Facebook and Google, when they started, they face a lot of problems and obstacles, but they not give up. And that's how they get to where they are today.
And what about you guys? What kind of obstacles, other than you mentioned earlier that lectures just disappeared, you know? And what other type?
Well, in the beginning, we had a challenge of educating our users. Right? They did not know what's online courses is. They asked us, well, so what's this online course? What time they have to learn? And where do they need to learn? Well, that's the concept on online courses that they can learn anytime, anywhere, right? And so it's our challenge to educate the market and make them understand what online course is.
I see.
That's one example of
I see. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your knowledge and your experience with us.
Thank you. It's
ขอบ
a
คุ
lot
ณ
of fun.
ค่ะ
ขอบคุณครับ
SkillLane opens up new doors for people to seek for education with everything available online. People are now able to learn whatever they want, whenever they want, and wherever they want. SkillLane is considered a successful and fast-growing business, proving to people that startups can be successful too. And that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. See you again next time. สวัสดีค่ะ